Hello, everyone.
Hello there.
About 2 weeks ago, maybe
Three.
3 weeks ago, we started with something that has been on our wishing list for years now.
Mm.
And that is long table talks here in the village in Wakkerstroom. Um, it's been a long time waiting.
Coming, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and coming. Um, and maybe you should give some background as to what is a long table talk.
Yeah, so actually I thought it was quite original, but what we discovered is that it's actually an old concept.
Mm,
Um to sit around a table and have a discussion where the conversation is
the
the
main
purpose.
course.
That's why you are there.
Mm,
So I looked up the formal definition of a long table talk, and what it says is it's a supper party where conversation is the only course.
mm,
So the focus is not on food, the focus is not on drink, it is about conversation.
mm,
And the need was, it was arising within our community, our friends that said we would like to have meaningful conversation
mm.
about different topics. So for a long time we've been wanting to do this, and now we have started it, and it's been very inspiring and meaningful. And but what we want to talk about is not so much the long table
Mm.
as the subject that we were discussing the last time we got together,
Mm.
and to
Ma-
share that with you as well.
mm. Maybe just a little bit of background. A lot of people living in Wakkerstroom, very interesting. It's people who made a life choice
Mm.
to move to
They
Wakkerstroom.
didn't do it because of careers, because there is no, I wouldn't say there are any career opportunities where you can where you can climb the ladder.
Yes.
That's not the type of town.
Yeah.
Um,
So you
so
didn't move here because you got the vice president job at a huge company or
no, not
something.
at all.
You made it
You're
as
actually stepping out of that job to
exactly.
live a more simple and peaceful life. So that is generally, I would say, I'm not sure, but 70% of
Mm,
people that you talk to had um, made a choice to come to Wakkerstroom because they wanted to live
mm,
um, a, a quieter life.
yeah. A deeper,
Yeah,
meaningful
yeah,
life.
simpler life.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
Um, so that's basically the background, and it was so interesting to hear how people came to Wakkerstroom and how they made their choices and so on. But then the topic that we've discussed now in this week's conversation is it's one thing to move on. In other words, from where you were to move on and say, I want a simpler life, I want a more meaningful life. One thing to move on, it's a different thing to stay moved on.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it is because when you once you've moved on, you made a soul decision. Deep inside of you, you knew you didn't want to carry on the way you were living. So you
Mm,
made that decision from a very deep, sure place.
mm,
And then you leapt and you arrived, and then to I don't think it's generally 100% the way that you envisaged it when you get there.
mm,
You start living that life, and it has its own difficulties, its own challenges, and you start questioning your decisions. And you start measuring it with the same measures that you measured your life when you were the vice president of the company.
mm,
That what is a successful life? How does that look? And I don't have this. Yeah, who am I? All those questions.
mm.
So it's very difficult to to get back to your soul decision and to stay on that course. And that was the discussion. How do we stay moved on?
Yes. Yeah. What helps one to stay moved on?
And I think the interesting thing was that came up was that um, for most people that they discovered when they moved on, they discovered that wasn't their destination, and that it was only another step on their journey. So there were more steps to give, and sometimes it was difficult. Sometimes there were nasty surprises, but that um, seeing it not so much as the end goal,
Yes.
but to to stay true to what you choose in the first place.
That's it.
How
Because in practice, it might mean that people move to Wackerstroom with the dream of starting a little eatery or whatever, and the people who are sitting there, they not necessarily have the eatery. They're now doing something else.
yeah
So the initial dream. One thing that came out is we often make the mistake. Our egos have certain criteria, yardsticks that we apply to gauge success, to determine success. And that means, where do I live? How do I live? What can I buy? My vehicle that I
so it's
drive?
the old yardsticks.
All that.
Yeah.
Now you move, you move on. You say, no, I don't want to buy into that lifestyle.
Yeah, it's over.
So now you move on, but we make the mistake often to use the old yardstick.
Yeah, our egos just go there because that's
Yes.
what you knew.
Yes.
So, and I think what we got to, a couple of things that help you to stay the course, the one that we always return to is to return to your practice.
Yes.
To have a practice in the first instance where you quiet those voices, where you get perspective and you come back to what it was that made you make the decision in the first place.
That's right.
And to it's a discernment process, and to look at maybe what disappointed you, but to really look at it and keep on looking at it from that sole decision that you made.
Exactly. So, in other words, through the practice, there's a disarmament taking place of the old voice, the
Yeah.
old yardstick,
Yeah.
because you return to the deeper, you return to the base,
Yeah.
which
And
was
what is really important.
yes, yes,
Yeah, and I think what ties into that is the trust that you need to have, or that to be in the flow of that decision, to be constantly trusting that flow will carry you. That is very difficult, because if your finances go wrong in any way, you can get so scared that you start you start a job that's completely out of the scope that you were wanting to
yeah,
do, and you lose that. Your fear drives you to again step back into
Yeah.
the old securities.
yeah,
So the big problem, I would say, is to stay the course and to trust that flow will carry you.
yeah. And when we talk about that, I was thinking about that, and I forgot to mention it in the Afrikaans recording. James Finley says, "Don't break faith with your awakened heart.
Beautiful.
Don't
Yeah.
break faith with your awakened heart.
Yeah, go back to that.
Go back.
Yeah.
Go back. What stirred your soul? What awakened your heart?
Yeah.
And don't break faith with it. Don't apply the old yardstick. Don't lose your cool and then do anything. But trust the flow and go back to the practice. ground yourself, ground yourself. And it was beautiful also. Somebody said, and she came from a setting that's very affluent and so on. But as we talk, and what she's saying as well, it's actually a poor setting.
Yeah, you actually impoverished
You're
of
impoverished.
so many things
Yes.
that makes life meaningful.
And
That's a,
and she says, actually, if she really thinks about it, even if she has nothing, she will be taken care of
yeah.
in a place like
Yes,
Wackerstroom.
exactly. Yeah.
She will be able to survive. And it was beautiful to see there around the table how somebody put something there, and because of people sharing the experience,
Yeah.
not exactly, but in
But
general,
in general, yeah.
how there is a coming together and say, have you thought of this?
The understanding.
And a deep understanding. So the sense of community
And the collective.
and the collective, that's also very important. So in other words, one of the things that helps with staying moved on is tap into the strength of the tribe.
Yes. Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're in the early stages. There's some growing pains as to the length of the conversations and to give everybody opportunity and so on. But we're
And
excited
exercise in listening.
in listening.
It's not always so easy. We are constantly thinking up our answers as somebody else is
And I
is
mean, one has so much wisdom to contribute.
yeah.
I mean, how can you withhold that
Yeah,
from
just
people?
give me the table and I'll keep you busy for the hour and a half.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll keep you posted. Thank you for our conversation with you, and we talk again next week.
Keep well, everyone.
Bye bye.